Hello and welcome back to the channel. Uh, this article is from Coin Central. Always remember to do your own analysis and do your own research. And this is not an investment advice. I'm a bit sick today, as you might hear. This is about the markets, and it says daily market update. Markets rally on cooling inflation data. Bitcoin rose past 87,000 and stocks gained after the Bank of Japan raised rates and US inflation data showed 2.7% growth below estimates. This article is from Trader Edge. It's from today. And the main points are Bitcoin rose about 87,000 and Ether climbed as Asian markets gained following the Bank of Japan's interest rate hike to a 3-decade high. The BOJ raised its benchmark rate with Japan's 10-year government bond yield briefly touching 2% for the first time since 2006. US markets rebounded with the Nasdaq jumping 1.4% after November CPI data showed inflation at 2.7, below the 3% estimates. Micron Technology shared 10% on strong earnings that eased concern about AI spending and helped lift the tech sector. More than 576 million in crypto liquidations occurred over 24 hours as traders unwound leveraged positions during the recent market volatility. So now there you have with leverage. It's a dangerous game to play. So Bitcoin and Ether pushed higher on Friday as global markets responded positively to two key developments. The Bank of Japan raised interest rates to their highest level in 30 years, while US inflation data came in cooler than expected. Bitcoin climbed above 87,000 during Asian trading hours. Ether also gained ground as the broader crypto market showed strength across multiple tokens. And you can see the developments from 13th of December to until today. You can see that there's a slow decline here from 92 to 87. The Bank of Japan lifted its benchmark interest rate in a move that markets had expected for weeks. Governor Kazuo Ueda had sent hawkish signals leading up to this decision. Japan's 10-year government bond yield briefly hit 2% for the first time since 2006. Markets absorbed the rate hike smoothly. The yen weakened against other currencies while Asian stocks moved higher. The MSCI Asia Pacific Index rose 0.7%, with technology shares leading the gains. Other major cryptocurrencies joined the rally. Cardano's ADA, Solana's Sol, Dogecoin, Binance, BNB, and XRP climbed as much as 3%. The CoinDesk 20 index gained 2% on the day. The crypto market had seen volatility before the bounce. Over 576 million in liquidations occurred in the previous 24 hours. Most of these liquidations hit long positions as leveraged traders were forced out. You can see the chart here from the S&P. US stock markets also rebounded on Thursday. The Nasdaq Composite led gains with 1.4 increase. The S&P 500 rose 0.8%, while the Dow Jones Industrial Average added 0.2. It says tech sector gets boost from the Micron earnings. The tech sector received a lift from Micron Technology's quarterly results. The company reported earnings late Wednesday that beat expectations. Micron's forecast the next quarter adjusted profit at nearly double what analysts had predicted. Micron's stock jumped 10% on news. The earnings reported eased concerns about artificial intelligence spending that had pressured tech stocks earlier in the week. Nvidia and other AI-related companies had upward up on Wednesday after Oracle lost backing for major data center projects. The November Consumer Price Index report showed inflation rising 2.7% year-over-year. Economists had expected a 3% increase. Core inflation came in at 2.6%, below the 3.1 estimates. And on X, it says from the Coinbase letter, this is absolutely insane. Inflation in the US unexpectedly posted one of the largest monthly declines since 2023. While a 10 basis point increase in inflation was expected, it actually fell by minus 40 basis points. This puts core CPI inflation in the US at its lowest level, as you can see here. And that was posted on the 18th yesterday. Rate cut expectations shift after inflation data. The softer inflation numbers changed market expectations about Federal Reserve policy. Investors now see a higher chance of the Fed could cut interest rates in the coming months. Fed Governor Chris Waller has already signaled support for rate cuts before the CPI data was released. Initial jobless claims for the week ending 13th December totaled 224,000. This marked a decrease of 13,000 from the previous week. However, recent job data has shown volatility due to the federal government shutdown. On-chain data shows some shifts in Bitcoin holder behavior. Long-term holders appear close to finishing a prolonged selling phase, according to K33 research. About 20% of Bitcoin supply has rotated back into the market over the past 2 years. Futures tracking US equities extended their overnight rebound. Markets responded positively to the combination of the smooth BOJ rate decision and cooling US inflation. Asian technology shares performed particularly well in the session. Traders remain watchful as year-end approaches. Market liquidity typically things during these periods. Highly leveraged use continues in crypto markets despite recent liquidations, because people always want to try to make money in every kind of market. Trump Media and Technology Group announced a $6 billion merger deal with Tay Technologies, the fusion power company, as backing from Alphabet and Chevron. Trump Media shares surged on the announcement as investors bet on AI-driven energy demand. And that's about it for this article. I hope that you found it interesting, and it was nice to have you along. And it would be nice if you subscribe to the channel, because that will help out massively. And as always, I wish you a great day, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.